To factor this trinomial, let's first factor out the negative sign to make our factoring a little easier. When I do this, I'll be left with 14p squared plus 17p minus 6. Now I'll ignore the minus sign that I factored out for a while and just factor the trinomial that's inside of the parentheses. So I will multiply the negative 6 to the 14 and factor this by grouping. Negative 6 times 14 is negative 84. Now I need two numbers that will multiply and give me negative 84 and also add up to a positive 17. Those two numbers are 21 and a negative 4. Now I'll rewrite that trinomial using these two numbers. So I'm going to have 14p squared plus 21p minus 4p minus 6. And now factoring this by grouping, I'm going to factor out a 7p out of the first two terms. So I'm going to have 7p times 2p plus 3. And then I'm going to factor out the greatest common factor out of the next two terms, but I need to factor out the negative greatest common factor because my middle sign is a negative. So if I factor out a negative 2 out of the next two terms, I will be left with 2p plus 3. Now, since my binomials do match here, we'll factor those out and be left with 2p plus 3 times 7p minus 2. And since we factored out that negative at the very beginning, we need to add that to our solution here, and now we're finished.